Prince William's love affair with the so-called beautiful game has lasted for most of his life, and has seen him serve as the Football Association's president since 2006. An avid watcher of the game, William has been spotted attending matches of his beloved Aston Villa FC, as well as taking his young son Prince George to enjoy a match, too. His enthusiasm for football even saw William take in a match for a friend's stag do in 2010, a memorable night with his close pals which was recounted in hilarious detail by one of the footballers on the pitch that day. Luke Varney was up front for Blackpool that day, as his Tangerines took on Wolverhampton Wanderers at the seaside town's Bloomfield Road Stadium, in a vital match for his team in their bid to secure safety in the Premier League. Blackpool had stunned many footballing experts by earning their place in the top division, after beating Cardiff City 3-2 at Wembley in the Championship playoff final a few months earlier. And while being in the Premier League meant some of the world's best players visited Blackpool, with the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United coming to Bloomfield Road throughout the season, fans were left stunned when William attended their match in November 2010. Varney discussed his role in William's friend's stag do when he spoke on the Under the Cosh podcast earlier this week, which you can listen to in this article below. He told the show, "We had wolves at our home and I'll never forget. I used to jump quite high and I got a few headers, so I was on the left wing. So before we started, the wife rang me and said the usual spot wasn't there because Prince William is on a stag do in Blackpool. I swear. I said, where's he going? I'm coming. So I looked up and they're all sat in that corner." He continued, "So I thought, fair play. I better turn up today, hadn't I? So the game started and I am winning all the headers against Kevin Foley, the right back, quite a small lad. So I won every header, I was bullying him in the air. I actually played with him a few years later at Ipswich, and so the next ball that came down he let me control it and so I chested it, and FG let it rip, and this ball flew into the far, top corner. So I've literally whacked it through the far bin." Varney's third-minute goal helped set Blackpool up for a vital 2-1 win against their relegation rivals, though unfortunately for the Seasiders their time in the Premier League was cruelly ended as they succumbed to the drop in May the following year. The footballer, however, then described meeting William following the game's conclusion. He added, "After the end of that game, I've walked to the top of the stairs to get the Man of the Match award, and he's there. And I didn't know what to do. I was curtsying, I was bowing. I didn't know what to do. And he went, this will live long in my memory." William himself reflected on the stag do while appearing on BBC Radio 5 Live's That Peter Crouch podcast, with the Prince of Wales speaking with pride about his visit to the Filda coast. In the episode, a man named Patrick wrote into the podcast, claiming to have met William and his RAF friends in the toilets of Bloomfield Road during halftime. William told the show, "Well, I can't vouch for me eyeing someone up in the loo, it sounds really quite awkward. But yes, I was at a Blackpool game on a stag do. I wasn't in fancy dress, it wasn't my stag do. We had a good day." Blackpool's